Hi, my name is Amy, and I'm one of the peer tutors here at SNHU, and this is a recorded version of the workshop for Qualtrics and Experimental Research Analysis Worksheet for PSY-224. In this workshop today, we're going to talk about how you can create your Qualtrics account, how you'll use your chosen topic from milestone 1. You will use the survey that you have already done and feedback from your instructor if you received any. How to activate your survey once you finish it, including the greeting, intro, description, and motivational message. Where you're supposed to post your survey. And last but not least, we'll also talk about the experimental research worksheet that is due in this module as well. So first off, we're looking at the creating a Qualtrics account. This is what it looks like when you first click on the link that you're given in your learning modules. So you will, as you can see here, it actually says do not click on the please click here to create an account link, because you actually already have one set up. You just have to activate it. So make sure you do not click on the click here to create a new account. Otherwise, you're going to have to deal with technical support to get that figured out. All right, so basically, you're going to say that you don't have an account, so it's kind of counterintuitive to what I just said, but it really is, it's kind of invisible until you activate it, okay? So definitely click on the I don't have a Qualtrics account. When you do that, then it will take you to this last thing that you need to do, which is basically a accepting terms situation. And then you'll start building your survey. All right, so once you're in Qualtrics, it's really best to just try to get in there and look around a little bit before you start to build something, because Qualtrics really will do everything for you. You just have to choose the way that you want it to look. So this other sheet here pops up when you hit the Create Project button, that green button right there. You'll pick Create Survey or Blank Survey Project, and then it will open up a new one for you. Now, this is where you can choose how you want it to look. So if you hover your mouse over any of the areas that are over to the right on the left-hand screenshot, then it will show you what it looks like. So it'll give you an example. And then, as you can see in the right-hand side, that screenshot actually has some more options that you can do. There's the end of survey, and then it says survey termination. There's all kinds of different ways that you can move around in there, and really it's just something that you just have to do on your own just to get the feel for it. Okay, so like I was saying, right now this screen shows that the mouse is hovered over the side by side, and then it pulls up and gives you an example of what the side by side would look like. So that is how you can see before you choose. Okay. And yes, this is also an important screen, because once you create your question, then you'll have to keep hitting the create a new question. You'll have to do that for all of the ones that you have for your survey, and you should probably have about 25 for the time amount that you're supposed to do, which is, I believe, 10 minutes. And you can just, shoot for about 25 questions for your survey. And then here you're able to choose some options on how you end the survey when you go into the survey termination options. There's a couple of different choices in there on how you want to end it. There's also a preview button that you can push, the blue button at the top of the screen. That will show you what it looks like so far. All right, now once you're done entering all your questions in and it looks like you want it to look, the button that you're going to choose here is the one that says Get a Single Reusable Link. Okay, so that will give you a URL, and that is the URL you will copy and paste into the student lounge for Psych 224, which I will also have a link for here, as well as show you what it looks like. And here it is. There's the link if you need it. Otherwise, there should be information from your instructor that gives you a link to get to it as well. So the Psych 224 area is basically just for the surveys. When you post your survey here, you can tell people what it's about so that they are aware before they get into it. Tell them that it'll, take about 10 minutes of their time. Tell them that they can leave at any time if they, if they don't want to finish the survey, they are, free to leave it at any time, and that, it's confidential. All of that important information that needs to be shared prior to them taking your survey. Okay, so what should you write? In the rubric, under the prompt section, you can see all of these highlighted areas. Pay attention to your prompt section of the rubric, as well as the critical elements section, which you can see the bottom of the page on the right-hand side. So this is the part of the rubric that you really want to pay attention to for the term of this assignment. Okay, now moving past the Qualtrics, the other assignment that's due for this week is the experimental research analysis, and it's a worksheet. In it, there is a link to the worksheet within your learning modules and probably in the rubric as well. But basically, you are to find a couple of articles that are using the experimental method. So there is a certain way that you can search in Shapiro Library for this information. Here is a screenshot of when you choose the psychology topic in Shapiro, it'll bring up this list of all kinds of different areas of psychology articles that they have. So like psych articles, psych info, psych extra, so on and so forth. These are all different databases filled with really helpful information. So for the purpose of this workshop, I have chosen to go into Psych Articles. When you click on that, it will take you to this screen. Now on this screen, you can see that there's a couple of different search options. So you want to click on Advanced Search, which is the blue buttons there. And when you do that, it will give you another screen that looks like this. To search for only experimental designs, then you can go down to the methodology and search for experimental in that list. This shows field study because I used the slide for a different course that actually had to do a field study, but there is another area in there that says experimental. So when you click on that and hit search, it will only come up with articles that are part of an experimental study, and that is what you will use to do the worksheet for this week. All right, so yes, back to the Qualtrics for just a moment. You deploy it after you finish all your questions. You're looking to get about 5 replies or survey respondents, and then of course make sure that you get that posted out there before Thursday, by Thursday of of the week that you are currently in. If there are any issues, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to peer tutoring. You can set up a one-on-one with one of the psychology peer tutors, or you can also watch other helpful videos on the SNHU YouTube channel for Psych 224. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.